Welcome to the Scottsdale Vibes podcast. I'm your host, Alicia Haygood. I hope everyone is enjoying this summer fun. It's actually been kind of cool this summer, which I am thankful of. Father's Day was last weekend, so happy Father's Day to all you fathers out there. And thank you for all that you do to make these kiddos happy and healthy and fun, and especially to my husband who just takes them when I just don't want them, let's be honest. Shawn Shackelton is at the table with me here today. We have been gossiping and talking about the market before we even started here. So Shawn, every time we talk, things are shifting and moving and rattling. When we're recording this, the interest rates were just announced. They're not going up.
The Fed did not raise the funds rate. Yes.
I mean, thank goodness. Applause to that. How is that going to affect the market? Now, get up? Remember, we talked about get your crystal ball out.
I'll dust off my crystal ball and hope it doesn't have a crack in it.
Right.
Well, the hope is that after yesterday's CPI numbers coming out, that showed that inflation has come down, and with the Fed not raising the funds rate today, that mortgage rates will come down.
Okay.
It's yet to be seen, but that's kind of the hope. I'm glad to see that they didn't raise it because they've taken some massive hits at it, and we need time for the market to catch up.
Yeah. So some mortgage brokers were expecting like a massive drop, if anything, and like all these new, houses are going to go up or the buyers are going to increase. Tell me how that works or doesn't work that way.
Well, so right now there's a few different things that everyone's talking about. So there's kind of that people are stuck in their houses because of the mortgage rates. They got an interest rate at 3%, 3.5%, some even below 3%, and there's no way they're not moving. Even though they want to move, they're not moving.
Right.
So they feel quote unquote stuck. I've talked to some other economists and some other real estate, analysts. They're like, that's not really the reason, because their appreciation went up so much that if they take all that appreciation out of that house and put it into another house, even though their interest rate is higher, their overall payment is probably not going to change that much unless they drastically change their price point.
Okay. So
that is, I think, still an argument back and forth. Like some feel like, yes, people are stuck in their house even if they want to sell because of the interest rates. Some feel like they're not, and they just don't know where they're going to go because inventory is so low.
Yeah.
Like they're not going to put their home on the market because inventory still is low. Where are they going to go?
Right.
Literally right now, our inventory is higher than it was last year.
Okay.
I'm going to take that back. Last year, earlier in the year, but we are almost at the same inventory level.
As last summer?
As last year.
Okay.
Yeah, we almost are. We've almost come back down. And our prices, everybody's like, oh, the crash, it's not coming.
Well, you've been saying this the whole time, actually.
Our bottom was December.
Okay.
Our prices bottomed out in December.
Okay.
They have been rising ever since. Slightly, but they've been rising.
Okay.
So again, all those people that are like, I'm waiting for the crash, I'm waiting for the crash, I'm waiting for the crash. You now have just lost a ton of buying power because our home prices have just gone back up. We dropped about 14%, and we're now off of the peak pricing by like 5 or 6.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. You mentioned inventory. Let's talk a little bit more about that. What are we at compared to buyers and sellers right now?
So our supply is continuing to dwindle.
Okay.
But our demand has also started to come down.
Okay.
2 things about that. One, this is normal for our summertime.
It's summertime here in Scottsdale.
Yeah, it's very normal for our summertime. We are not that summertime buying market. Our big market is winter, spring. So really, really normal. A lot of people are like, oh my gosh, the demand is coming down. It's summer. We've got to take that into account. And the other thing is that prices.
Yeah.
Prices and interest rates. Interest rates start shifting down, all bets are off.
Okay.
All bets are off. And it doesn't matter that it's summertime because there are a lot of buyers on the sidelines waiting for those interest rates to come down.
So realtors, get your vacations in this week because life is going to get crazy
Could
again.
happen, right. And that's the big thing. And nobody knows when it's going to happen. Nobody knows if it's going to happen.
This is the most unpredictable market, I feel like, is the real estate market based off the past few years with you.
Yeah, it's been crazy. And everybody's talking too about the 10-year Treasury, the gap between the 10-year Treasury and the 2-year Treasury and all that, and it's just too far apart, and that's where we're in this inversion, and the inversion is going to lead us into the recession, and then as soon as the recession hits, interest rates historically come down as well. So there's just a ton out there, and until I think we see some things start rolling, we're just kind of stuck.
Stuck in this Arizona
I know.
heat.
Well, it's been cool.
It
I'll
has
take
been.
it.
I'm not complaining.
I'll
It's
take it.
Crazy.
It was 96 degrees yesterday. I was like, what?
Isn't that crazy for
It's crazy.
June?
I know.
I know.
We're in June. I'll take it.
Tell me something fun this summer that we can look forward to. What are you going to do? Something fun before you come back and have to work crazy for us?
My family and I are going to Deer Valley, Utah.
Very fun. Good.
To go hang out.
Are you going to house hunt there?
No. Well, I don't know. You never know. You never know. It's always good to look. You know what? I can't help but just kind of look at it.
Yeah.
It's interesting to me. It's very
how each city is different and how it
and
works
I like to look at the
stuff.
houses. I like to see the different architectural styles, and I like to see what
Do you take your family on open houses on vacations?
I don't because I don't really want to take my kids on open houses.
That's fair. I just didn't know, like, hey babe, you got breakfast. I'll be back in an hour, kind of thing.
Right. No, but I do pick up the magazines. I do pick up the magazines, and I will look through them because it's just interesting for me to see like. How big is the lot size? How big are the homes? What are the prices? Like, how many bedrooms and bathrooms? Like what's the style that I'm starting to see? Like what style homes do really well here?
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Well, guys, you know who to call. Shawn Shackelton, the Shackelton Group. All of her information's on our website, newsletters, in the description of this episode. By the way, congratulations for being named one of the top sellers for your real brokerage.
Thank you.
That's a huge accomplishment. And goes
out
to
of
show
11,000 agents, I was one of the top 25 in the entire U.S.
That's fantastic. Goes to show why you need Shawn here.
Thank you.
No worries. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with some more. Buying a home can be scary and sometimes frustrating, but all of that can go away with the right realtor. And that's where Shawn Shackelton with the Shackelton Group is here for you. Shawn has over 25 years experience in real estate. She's here to get you what you want and won't settle for less. She's experienced, knowledgeable, and understands this market, which these days is always changing. Take the stress out of your next home purchase by calling Shawn at 480-734-7277. You can also find her at theshackletongroup.com.